Hi, my name is Pernille from Sustainable Me. I'm a sustainability consultant and mother and wife and consumer and citizen. I've been concerned about and working with and studying sustainability issues, environmental issues, social issues for the past about 20 years. Um, it wasn't really until 2018, even though I had heard a lot about the climate crisis, that I really started to be extremely concerned myself. Um, it was a summer of drought. Um, it was a summer of hardly any rain across the globe. Um, this winter, 2019 2020, has been in Denmark, where I live, one of the most rainy winters, one of the warmest winters. Lots of people have had their houses and gardens and streets flooded here. We haven't had any snow at all. Um, and now the coronavirus is happening, which a lot of researchers are talking about is related to how we breed animals, that we encroach on um, forest and other natural habitats for animals, and that this is really a cause of concern for the spread of viruses also in the future. But I think all these events that are happening, whether it's about coronavirus or climate, are really calling us not to be fearful or give up, but it actually is our wake-up calls for us to take action and find hope. It's a wake-up call for us to change. Already, after a few weeks, we see that dolphins are swimming in the canals of Venice again. Nature will restore itself quickly. But we also need to change, because if we don't, it's going to damage us even more than the coronavirus is doing at the moment. So we need to really see this as a call for action, a wake-up call for us to change. So through my own practice, both as a mother and as a wife and consumer and citizen, I've also experienced sometimes the challenges of living more sustainably, especially when I have not lived mindfully and compassionately. I also know a lot of the challenges, the pitfalls, the social ones. It's more expensive. You're struggling with some old ingrained patterns, structural barriers. It's difficult to have access to proper recycling. Everywhere you go, you forget things. You forget your plastic bags or cotton bags and things like that. So I've gone through all these challenges myself. But over the years, I found ways to go around these barriers, and by making consistent, small steps, but important steps, I found it to be a way for me to live a more joyful life, a more fulfilling life. I can have fun with living sustainably. It's not something that I feel like is kind of, you know, something that's like restricting me from living a happy and fulfilling life. So by living more consciously, by buying more consciously, I also find a lot of joy in the way that I can contribute to the planet and to my fellow human beings in a positive way. So what I have to offer, I think, is that for me, it has not always been, but it has become quite easy for me to kind of live a sustainable life, where I always try to consider what my actions and choices and purchasing and lifestyle, what that has for an impact. So it's something that I normally always take into consideration. What I also do is that I'm up to date with a lot of the research that's really showing us what we have to do, what the best actions are if we want to move our lifestyle and our societies in a more sustainable direction, where we reduce our individual and our country's CO2 emissions, the company's CO2 emissions, municipalities' CO2 emissions, and in a way that where we respect the natural resources, nature, and animals. So I know how to combine this knowledge and my own values into actions that are conscious and that are mindful and that are also fun and in a way just fulfilling. So this notion of how I as a citizen and a consumer impacts the world either in a positive or in a negative way, I see that as a driving force to pretty much everything I do. I also sometimes, of course, allow myself some things that maybe are not sustainable, but I think it's important to find a balance and to take small steps, basically. So where we all feel that we can contribute. So, like I said in the beginning, I have 20 years of experience in living mindfully and environmentally friendly. I've been teaching about sustainability issues, environmental issues, nature, gardening, food, circular economy, as a lecturer at the university college. I've also done research. I have a PhD in food citizenship and sustainability education. I've worked as an FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, expert with food issues for 3 years. I have a background as a sustainability development goal consultant, and just also done a lot of mindfulness practice and facilitation over the years. So I can show your company, your municipality, your organization how to make practical changes in your organization or company that really helps to protect the planet, contribute to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and give your company or your municipality organization a competitive advantage to attract passionate and qualified staff. I can improve your reputation, your status, and profit by becoming a sustainable business, sustainable municipality, and employer, whether it's in a business or organization or municipality. I also help parents and individuals in giving you practical tips, basically, and a platform on how you can protect the planet and live more sustainably in a fun way and in a fulfilling way. I work with sustainable living and mindfulness practices through both online courses, real-life workshops, retreats. I work through community, basically, both establishing community where you can get support. I also give you support, of course, and tips and guide you through the different steps so that you work with sustainable living, not thinking that it's something that you just do from day one, but really teach you different steps along the way and give you support along the way as well. So if you're interested, check my website, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.